We're going to be speaking with Mr. Eric Taylor, who is Chief Dispatcher with the Mvskoke Nation Transit Department. We're going to be talking about shuttle buses and trolley and other things that are coming up that can get you to and from work and save you a few bucks here and there, plus the headache of the traffic. But first of all, let's welcome Mr. Taylor to the program. We appreciate you making time this morning to come in and talk with us.
I'm glad to be here, Gary.
Okay, we probably all familiar with seeing the buses shuttling through town and up and down 75 and throughout Okmulgee and key places around this community. Mm-hmm. And actually, you guys have got several services that are available. So why don't we start there and kind of give us a capsule of what your department does?
Okay, we'll start off with we offer the ride to work routes that travel through 3 different areas. The first one goes up north to Glenpool and the Tulsa Hills bus stop down there. That route usually starts at 6, picks up anybody here in Okmulgee needing to go to Tulsa, and we get up there to the Tulsa Hills around 6:45. Then it comes back into the Glenpool Walmart and picks up there and leaves out of there around 7:10. Then brings them on back into Okmulgee. The other routes that we have is the Eufaula Shakota route. It starts up around 5:30 and heads that way and picks up at the Eufaula Indian community down there. We usually roll out of there about 6:10. Right now we got one rider down there, and we bring them all the way back here to Okmulgee. But we also stop in at the Flying J there in Shakota. We get there around 7, pick up whoever needs from there and back into Okmulgee. The third one is the Mvskoke run. Now it runs 4 times a day. We also, along with that Mvskoke run, we offer a free veterans route that goes to the Mvskoke VA. They get on, it starts around 5:45, starts picking up here in Okmulgee. If we got anybody scheduled to go that way, then heads around to the Mvskoke Travel Plaza and into Mvskoke. If we got somebody that we need to drop off at the VA, we'll drop them off then pick up at the Timothy Church, then bring them back into Okmulgee. A lot of veterans ride, a few veterans ride that early morning route, but most of them utilize the second and third run. The second and third run, it was mainly the veterans run. It started at 8:15. It's gotten a little bit bigger, so but we usually try to get on the road by 8:30 and get them over there by 9. And our third run picks up over there at the Mvskoke Veterans Hospital at 3, between 3 and 3:15. They had a little construction over there down on 16 Highway, but that's our time to get over there and bring them back in. Then our fourth run, it leaves here at 5 o'clock, picks up some complex workers here and heads back that way. Generally, if you get with the ladies at the Veterans Hospital over there, they kind of schedule the veterans within our time frame. That way we can stay on schedule and all that. But it's these ride to work routes are a pretty good deal. It saves you on wear and tear on your car, having to get into heavy traffic. And it's $15 a week to ride with us. Now the veterans going to the hospital, that's free of charge. Right. So, but you can't beat $15.
No, you can burn that in gas.
Yeah,
just
you
sitting
burn
in
that
traffic.
in gas in one day.
Right. So if people want specifics, they can give you a buzz and get times to that pick up and drop off kind of thing.
Yeah, and we also got all those times on our website, also underneath the transit department.
Well, one of the reasons why you're here today is because I had my little pickup in the shop for about a week, and used the shuttle from Glenpool down here, and I thought, my gosh, this is really handy. My nice clean equipment, friendly personnel. See some people I know sitting around having fun,
Yeah.
or you can go to sleep, which I did a couple of. And bingo, front door, right there at Mvskoke Media. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat.
Oh yeah, you can't beat that. You know, if I lived in Tulsa, I would utilize it. You know, I'd get on there and go to sleep and be ready to go 8 o'clock when I get here to work. You know, especially that way, because the Tulsa runs, it really beats all that traffic.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
If you don't like dealing with traffic, you know, we're the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that way you can sit there and relax. You know, our drivers are professional, so you know they're trained. You know, with all safety aspects. You know, we'll get you there safe.
Yeah, and they're Indians too, so they can have fun with you too.
Yeah,
And they, you know, I noticed that there was a good rapport between the driver and passengers. They seem to know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
And that kind of develops after a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, it's almost kind of like getting back on a school bus again. You know everybody on there, and, you know, you're on your way home.
Yeah, no bullies.
Yeah.
No bully. Now, you guys have a couple of other things that you run too. Now, you're responsible for the big bus long distance trips.
Yeah, our charter buses.
And then the trolley, that really beautiful little machine that runs around here in Okmulgee, right?
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about those two services?
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and start with the charter services. You know, they go all over the world. They got one going. They got a big schedule this month. They're fixing to head out to Orlando, Florida. This Sunday, taking a baseball team down there. But yeah, it's Red Hicks. He gets that transportation going. You know, like I said, they're getting bigger along with us also.
I noticed that they've gone to places like Washington D.C. with the Creek Festival up there at the Smithsonian, and you see them up and down 75 to special events, sports, whatever.
Yeah.
Meetings at like River Spirit and things like that.
Yeah, just little. We also do little single day, events also. But yeah, they're unlimited. They go wherever, whenever.
And I know, aren't they available during festival as a shuttle service, or is that someone else?
No, they're available. I mean, if they get a call, if somebody needs to go somewhere. But other than that, only thing during the festival that our shuttles are available. Mm-hmm. We run through the whole 3 day through there.
Right. Okay. Let's talk about the trolley here for a little bit. You see them making a pretty wide circuit around here in Okmulgee, and people. I was on the first one, and they were taking pictures of it and things like that.
Oh.
What's that service designed to do?
It's really designed to get people, into downtown Okmulgee area, and like I guess a little freedom to they can go out and shop. Then then we got set times for those areas. It's about 15-20 areas that we pick up, and every hour and a half we come back through the same area. So you go out, you get dropped off at Walmart, and you got, if you want to get back in an hour or hour and a half, that next trolley's coming around. We make several rounds throughout the day, all the way up until a little after 4. But yeah, we go through the elderlies and the colleges. For college. Another thing too is for the college kids. They can get into town and be able to get back to the college. Especially the ones that come from out of town. That stay in the dorms here. It's they can get on that trolley and come. Come anywhere. We got several stops downtown. We got one right in the center of Okmulgee, behind the National Council. Behind the National or Creek Council house. We got one there. It's a pretty much central spot, to get off and and do things here inside downtown Okmulgee. We got the Walmarts.
Let me ask you this: do you have any signs that mark these stops? I noticed, like in Tulsa, bus stop is here. Da da da. When I was in D.C., they were all over the place. But have you guys kind of looked into doing more of a kind of a marketing effort to let people know that this service is here and is really useful?
Yep, it is in progress. As you can tell now, I don't know if you've seen some of our green shelters that are going up. Yeah, those are in progress. They're not completely done, but yeah, it's gonna have it's got an advertisement board that's on those. It's supposed to be solar lighting in there and all that. So it's in the works.
Okay, great. I guess I was kind of selling an ad for Mvskoke News. Now, let's talk about hours of service. Now, the transportation, excuse me, ride to work starts at what time?
There's some that start at 5. The Eufaula starts at 5. Mvskoke starts at 5:30. Then the Tulsa Hills one starts at 6.
Okay, that's you'd still be cranky when you wake up, I imagine, but hey, for the ride. And when did the service end at the end of the day?
Our drivers usually get back around 7:30. Yeah, but we usually get everybody dropped off. Just a little after 6:30. You're back to your vehicles and headed on to your destination from there. But that runs. Like if we got anybody coming back, like Tulsa Hills, they'll be at the bus stop up there about 5:45, 6 o'clock. And, we'll bring them back into Okmulgee, then shut her down after that.
When I started to use your service, I wanted to get information on payments and prices and things like that. And your staff member I spoke with says, yeah, come on in. You can buy actually a pass or little card.
Bus pass.
Yeah, we had to mark it off again. So maybe we should talk about that kind of thing. What are those payments available? And I understand you even accept cash on the bus. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll accept cash on the bus. The bus passes, there's several different varieties of them. We got the ride to work passes, which we got the $15, the $30, and the $60. And like for the in-town, inside city limit rides, we got the 50-cent passes, which is the $10 pass. And, out of county rides, we got the $20 passes, which those are dollar boxes. And those ones, the in-town, the man ride, those are 50-cent boxes. So
you could come in ahead and drop by your office and purchase them, and then that way it's in your wallet and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, don't have to worry about pulling cash out, and because if like me, when I do ride, I don't like pulling out my wallet and opening it up to all them hundreds I got in there and paying.
Wait a minute. I'm in the wrong business here.
So, but yeah, it's as simple as that. You can just pull out that card, keep it in your pocket, pull out that card, and they'll write that number down, mark it off, and you're on your way.
Yeah, that was one of the benefits that I really enjoyed. I mean, don't have to worry about it. I forgot to go to the bank or whatever, the ATM. Ta-da, there's your card.
Right.
Now, what kind of ridership are you currently seeing on average, let's say a ride to work kind of thing?
Ride to work, we usually pick up about 850 riders a month on all 3 routes combined. As far as demand, we're averaging about 45 to 5,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like it keeps continually rising.
Yeah, why do you think that's it? People finding out or word of mouth?
Yeah, I think it's just to this day people are just still finding out and just word of mouth and Facebook. Facebook's became very popular around this era these days. So, but yeah, I know there's still a few people that hasn't heard of us yet. Yeah,
that kind of floored me when I heard that. My gosh, folks, these buses are everywhere. I mean, it's hard not to see one. Plus the trolley, and the big long excursion buses and things like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a kind of almost a lucrative profession too. I mean, your staff, I presume, are happy with their jobs and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we try to encourage everybody. Especially that route that you ride on, Gary, the ride to work route. Yeah. $15, you can't beat that a week going to work. And you get on there, like if you're a late sleeper like me, you could sleep on the way down and stuff. But it's a real good system we got going.
Yeah, when I was writing that, I got to the point where I knew where all the bumps were.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're coming up to the first overpass south of Glenpool, and right there on the ramp is a big one, so get ready for it.
Yeah. Like we talked about earlier, some's heard of us, but don't want to get stuck at work, for lunch. That's where our demand service comes in, and our scheduling, demand rides, is just based of calling 732-7909. We answer it and tell us where you're at. We come get you, or you can, if you got time, to give us a call and set up a scheduled ride. Hey, I go to lunch at so and so. We'll get you scheduled in. Based on availability. Of course, but we'll get you scheduled in and get you to lunch, and then go back to work, and you sleep on the way back home when we take you home.
Sounds better in the cab. Now, the last couple of minutes here, we have some concern in the entire tribe right now about this coronavirus. Now, do you guys have you made any provisions for that, or any changes that the public should be aware of, or anything like that?
Not really, Gary. The only thing that I can see is, we've already doing it, because we Lysol our vans and our shuttle buses and stuff after every completion of every trip, because drivers change out throughout the whole day. It could be 3 drivers on one bus and 3 drivers on this van. Each driver's trained to Lysol the whole, wipe down the floors and everything before the next driver even gets in it.
Right. So you're doing your bit there.
Yeah. So like I said, that's an everything day for us. But other than that, there's nothing else more you can do.
Yeah. And this situation is still forming, so we don't.
Yeah.
What I think our officials are doing what they can, from what I've seen, to deal with it in a sensible manner. One really important thing we need to put out there is this service is not just for Native people, not just for Indians, right?
No, sir. We are open to the public.
Which means anybody who's got
anybody that wants to go somewhere, give us a call. We'll get you.
Okay, and if you're standing at the bus stop,
yeah, we'll pick you up and take you where you need to go. As far as out of town rides, if I can do it, I will. But usually, out of town scheduled rides, people that's got something scheduled, we like to have 24-hour notice. The Tulsa medical rides, at least 72-hour notice, but you can't beat $14 going to a Tulsa doctor's appointment in the morning and getting back.
Yeah. So if you have a medication or something, you don't have to worry about driving and getting a little drowsy on the way home, kind of thing. All right, now, Eric, if someone wanted more information or to take advantage of your service, how do they get in touch with you?
Our number, our dispatch line is 918-732-7909. But just to let me remind you, that is a dispatch line, so it's ringing off the hook. So you may not get me the first try, but there also is a 918-549-2750. That's our other scheduler, and she kind of picks up what I can't catch, because the phone just constantly rings over there.
Oh.
So.
Job security.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for making time to come in and talk with us. I will probably be seeing you and your drivers from time to time as my little pickup gets a little finicky sometimes.
Yeah.
So we'll talk with you again. And again, folks, you know, the service is open and available to our entire community. So if you see one and you need a ride, get a hold of them and they'll fix you right up. Okay, Eric, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll say bye for now.